Today's headlines. The National Conference to Study Penetrate the Resolution of the 5th Session of the 13th Party Central Executive Board. Give presentation to 28 receivers who are heroic Vietnamese mothers and members of Orange Agents Dancing Victims Association, War Veterans Association, and the city's Vietnam Father and French Committee. The mission group of the Cambodian Tourism Ministry had a working session with Hòa Hảo Medical General Hospital on the investment promotion cooperation in the medical area associated with resort tourism. Hello, it's good to see you back here in this edition of Continuous and Top News today. On July 21st, the Political Ministry and the Party Central Secretariat organized the National Conference to study and penetrate the resolution of the 5th session of the 13th Party Central Executive Board. The conference was held both online and offline and was transmitted from the central location of Dinh Hồng Hall of the National Assembly Building to more than 11,000 other locations across the nation, with the participation of more than 1 million cadres and party members. The conference aimed to study, penetrate, and publicize contents of the instrument of the 5th session of the 13th Party Central Executive Board to party committees, organizations, and members. From this basis, seeking orientations for ministry sectors and localities to continue publicizing to offices, units, organizations, and people, building plans, action programs of resolutions, the decision of the 5th session, ensuring practicality and efficiency, contributing to bringing the resolutions into reality and successfully completing set targets. Conveying contents of Resolution number 18 on continuing to renew perfect mechanism, improve performance of land using and managing, creating driving force to become a developed nation. Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính underlined that our party and state have recently boosted the economic renewal based on the three main pillars, including elimination of the asking-giving mechanism, multiple possession, and international integration. These are contents of the land policy. Besides, the resolution of the 5th session also has the topics including agriculture, farmers, rural areas to 2030 vision to 2045, continuing to renew, develop, and improve performance of the collective economy in the new period, boosting the building of party organizations, and raising quality of contingent of party members in the new period. On July 21st afternoon, the Standing Board of Cần Thơ City's Vietnam Father and French Committee, in coordination with Ninh Kiều Urban District's Vietnam Father and French Committee and two support units of Vietnam National Communication Group and Vietnam Buddhist Association, organized the gift presentation to 28 receivers who are heroic Vietnamese mothers and members of Orange Agents Dancing Victims Association, War Veterans Associations, and Cần Thơ City's Vietnam Father and French Committee. Each heroic Vietnamese mother was presented gifts and money, each valued at 1,600,000 Vietnam dong. Besides, the city's Orange Agents Dancing Victims Association and the city's War Veterans Association were presented 10 million Vietnam dong each, and the city's Vietnam Father and French Committee 30 million Vietnam dong. The total value of handed money was more than 94 million Vietnam dong. Speaking at the event, Chairman of Cần Thơ City's Vietnam Father and French Committee Nguyễn Trung Nhân said that, in the past time, the party, the state, and Cần Thơ City alike have always set aside the deep concern over material and spiritual life of revolution contributors. Almost revolution contributors and their relatives have benefited from healthcare, education training, job creation, and accommodation policies, and all heroic Vietnamese mothers have been accepted to take lifelong care. Cần Thơ City's Association of Diocese Orange Agent Victims, in combination with Cần Thơ City Youth Union, have recently organized a ceremony to start repairing house for victims of the association in Vĩnh Thạnh Suburban District. The house is prepared for Lê Thị Định, residing in Tân Quế 2 Hamlet, Thành Quế, Cam Ranh. Her two children are Orange Agents Dancing Victims. The city's Dancing Orange Agents Victims Association has mobilized 20 million Vietnam dong to support the repairing cost of the house. From the early year to now, the city's Orange Agent Housing Victims Association has mobilized social sources to repair 10 houses for needy members of the association at a total sum of more than 320 million Vietnam dong. In other news, on July 21st, the mission group of the Cambodian Tourism Ministry had a working session with Hoa Hảo Medic Cần Thơ General Hospital on the investment promotion cooperation in the medical area associated with resort tourism. The group had a fact-finding trip to various departments of the hospital and shared information on examination treatment, high-tech medical services for patients, as well as potential prospects for cooperation in medicine and tourism between Cambodia and Vietnam, especially the model of health checkups treatment associated with resort tourism, which is in use by the hospital. In the past 4 years, the hospital has received more than 2,000 arrivals from Cambodia who come for health checkups and treatment. Representatives of the mission group highly valued the material base and medical materials of Hoa Hảo Medic Cần Thơ General Hospital, believing that the cooperation development of this type of tourism will effectively trigger demand and attract many more Cambodian tourists to the hospital in the coming time. To contribute to controlling landslides, protecting river flow, and fighting against water service occupation, Cần Thơ City pays special attention to disseminating and mobilizing to plant green trees along canals and rivers. Cần Thơ City targets to plant 7 million green trees of various kinds by 2025. Last year, Cần Thơ planted 1,180,000 trees of various kinds. This year, the city aims to plant nearly 1.5 million green trees. 80% of plants have been completed in the first 7 months of this year. Committed sectors have taken over the land fund that can be distributed to plant trees and actively prepared enough trees that are suitable for creating beauty and ecological conditions in each locality. As usual, in July every year, the flooding season comes in the Mekong Delta region. According to experts, this year, a relatively high water level will come in Mekong Delta region. Currently, the water level in the upper Mekong Delta region is higher than that in the corresponding period, but still lower than the level 1 flooding level measured at 1.92 meters in Tân Châu Township of An Giang Province and 1.82 meters in Hồng Ngự City of Đồng Tháp Province. The fact results from the increase in water sources consumed by hydropower dams in the upper Mekong Delta. Naturally, flooding will arrive in Mekong Delta region in the next 2 more weeks, and water level will then highly rise. This is the third consecutive year La Nina pattern occurs, according to experts. Hence, the average rainfall can be higher than that in previous years. Consequently, a high flooding season can come to Mekong Delta region. According to Cần Thơ City's Industry and Trade Department, in the first 6 months of 2022, the city's commodity exported over to China stood at $94.15 million. Specifically, the export of seafood, agricultural products, garments, and leather products were $37.9 million and $54.7 million, respectively. There are 39 businesses in Cần Thơ City that export their products to China. Of the figure, 33 export rice, seafood, agricultural, and processed agricultural products. Items exported to China include frozen dry fish, dry fruits, canned fruits, fruit juice, rice bran oil, fish powder, rice bran powder, de-oil, rice bran extraction. These items are officially exported to China through Cái Cui Cát Lái and Cái Mép ports. And last but not least, we have the updated weather forecast. The updated weather forecast also wrapped up this edition of Continuous. If you want to watch again in this bulletin, please visit our website, Kênh TV.vn. And now thanks for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.